Hi, and welcome to another episode of Youth Zone, a category of animals known as arthropods. They have a very unique characteristic. They have exoskeleton. They don't have bones like humans, like people, like dogs, cats, and other animals we are familiar with. But they have their own supporting structure outside of their body. Some of those would include prawns, lobsters, crabs, and grasshoppers, and other animals like that, or insects. But one thing is unique to them. At a particular time of their life, they need to shed that external protective layer of them, and they develop another one. Why do they need to shed that external structure or the skeleton? It's because they have grown to a certain level where that external skeleton is now inhibiting their growth. It is not letting them grow beyond what they should. So they want to grow bigger, but their protective case is keeping them at the level they are. So they need to come out of that protective case so that they can expand, they can grow bigger in size, then develop another one, another external skeleton that will suit their new size, their new structure. Same thing is applicable to students, to people, humans. If you are in your first year in high school, or let's say primary school, elementary school, by the time you have acquired all the knowledge and information designed for that class, you go through a process of testing, examination. If you have found that you have actually learned all that needs to be learned in that class, then you are ready to grow, you are ready to become bigger. Then you are taken out of that class and put into another class. In the first few weeks of you being in a new class, you know within you that you have a lot to learn. You have a lot to cover within an academic year. But towards the end of that academic year, if you look deep within yourself, you see that you have covered a whole lot. You have achieved a whole lot. You have grown so much that you have acquired so much information structured for you to acquire within that class. And if reviewed and you are found to actually have learned all that you should, then you are taken out of that place and taken to the next class. That is the process of molting in animals. That is the process of getting promoted to the next class. But if you find yourself in a space where your growth is being inhibited, you know that you can achieve so much more beyond what you are doing, but the environmental factors are limiting. The physical factors are exerting so much pressure on you that you are able to function properly. Then you should find a way to take yourself out of that place to a place where you can grow. If you continue to remain in an environment, in a place that cannot let you grow beyond what you have achieved, then you will never grow beyond what you have attained. A lot of us find ease in our comfort zone. We get everything we want and we are just okay, and we don't want to move on from that point. At some point, yes, it is okay to want to have some pleasure, to relax a little, but don't settle for it, because there is still a whole lot more you can attain in the next level that you have not gotten to. How you use this information is entirely up to you. If your circle of friends or your circle of influence is what is keeping you from growing, you need to molt. You need to grow out of it and get yourself into another one. If your environment is what is keeping you from growing, you need to find a way to take yourself out of that and put yourself in another space. Whatever it is standing in your way of growth, then you need to take yourself out of that space and place yourself in a place where you are going to be able to achieve your potentials. By the time you first move from that space to a new one, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. Just like when the insects, the arthropods, they leave their external protective skeleton. Before they're able to develop another one, they are their most vulnerable state. Any little thing that can take them out, because there is nothing protecting them. To us, that is the fear of unknown. You don't know what is going to happen. But the moment you are able to integrate yourself into your new space and you're able to grow that external skeleton to protect yourself, then you are good to go. This is meant for your own interpretation, the way it best suits you. I'll see you next week.